Okay, now we went through in the last part about frame advantage, that moves that give frame advantage on hit, and how you can apply follow-ups. There are other moves. 1B gives frame advantage on hit, Rising A on normal hit, 3A plus B, and it also gives frame advantage on hit, 6B plus K, 1B plus K, 4A. All of these moves give a decent amount of frame advantage on hit that allow you to continue to apply your pressure. But what we're going to do now is talk about how to apply pressure when they're guarding. Leixia has what pretty much everyone is coming to know as feint cancels. And by feint cancels, I mean the moves where she'll do a string and cancel the second hit of the string and say just kidding and stab you in the stomach. Those are the feints. Any one of these, 6B AB, 6BA slide B, 4A slide B, and 4A plus BB are all feint cancels. No matter which one you use, it does the same thing. Feint cancels are about +4 or 5 on block, and it leaves her in crouch. So, for example, if I block, I can't attack after that. I don't have any attacks after that that'll beat the 2A without actually jumping it. But I'm mashing 6K, it's not working. I'm mashing 2A, it's not working. So this move, giving advantage on block, is the same as a move that gives the same advantage on hit. So, for example, if I block that and I try to backstep, 6K will catch me because I'm blocking a move that's +5 on block, and I don't have the frames to get out of the way of her 15 frame 6K. It doesn't really matter what move you use afterwards. The fact is, after you get somebody to block this, you can follow up with anything you want, pretty much. Now, of course, there are counters. There are counters to this, if they know what you're going to do next. Obviously, if they know you're going to 2A, they can jump it. If they know you're going to full crouch 3B, they can step. But the idea is you're making them have to commit to some type of action. If they stand there and block, you can just work their gauge all day. But most of the time, they're going to try and backstep. They're going to try and do something. And as long as you have the initiative, you can maintain offense. You don't even really have to do any attacks at all, as long as you know they respect the fact that you can. So I don't have to attack right away. If they try to backstep, you follow them in, and you can use a throw. You can follow them in and use follow them in and use a throw. You can follow them in and do your standard 50-50, your basic pokes. You can follow them in instant while rising A plus B, full crouch 3B, follow them in 3B, follow them 3-3B. There's so many different things you can do once you have the initiative and your opponent respects the option of frame trapping. And that's pretty much the essence of this frame trap. Make them want to either push buttons or get out of there, and as long as you can read what your opponent's likely to do, you can get a lot of mileage out of her feint cancels on block. Not to mention, they destroy the gauge in about 7 blocks. So it's a win-win as long as you get them to either hit or block. But those moves are very slow, and the more you use them, they are very linear. She has other options as well, though. Most of them in the form of guard breaks. Her 6-6 BBB is a guard break, and I believe it puts her at +9 or +8. Whatever the case, if you try to step, 4K will get you. If you try to attack, 3B plus K. That's another honorable mention move that should have gone in the first part, because it really is good. But the idea is, once you put them in a guard break situation, they have to respect your frame trapping abilities. And that's where you get the free throws, you can continue pressure, you can work the gauge, you can step in and use your mix-ups. This one here is another very, very good move. Obviously, it will be reactable the more you spam it, but in certain situations, like on Wake Up, you can throw it out there. It's another thing to add to the Wake Up game. And another one that she has is this move here, 2B plus K Quake Stun. If you're within range, it hits low and opens them up for a free combo. But we're going to just deal with the fact that on block, this move is plus 11. This move is plus 11 on block, which means any kind of attack is going to get snuffed. In fact, this move has such good frames on block, it guarantees a free AA. You cannot block. It guarantees a free AA. I'm holding the block button down. There is nothing at all that you can do to prevent that AA from hitting. And because of that, it's a very good move to use if they stand up right next to you. So I guess sometimes you can step forward on the ground and use that move. If they're respecting it too much, you can just keep doing this until they realize they've got to try something. And another thing is 8 of those break the gauge. But basically, any guard break that she has, full crop 3BB, 6/6 BBB, 2B plus K, even while standing A plus BBB, all of these guard breaks, that one's plus 8 on block, that one's about plus 8, that's plus 11, and this here is also plus 11. But the only difference there is that this one won't guarantee AA because she's in crouch. Even so, as long as you have frame advantage on block or on hit, this character can really make you pay for making the wrong decision. And I know that's a universal trait of every character, but this is exactly why I believe that in spite of the low damage, in spite of the shortened range, that she has the ability to stop momentum so effectively. Whether it's using her guard breaks to cause frame traps or hitting you with something. 4/4K is another move. It forces your opponent into crouch and it leaves them at 0 on block. So, you can do things like, it's not really a frame trap because they can 2A out of it. But the idea is you maintain the initiative because the only thing they can do is 2A. So you can do that into jump moves. You can do it. You can do this and back away and whiff punish. Or if they try to do anything else fancy, you can do your 2A. You can do 3B. There's so many different ways to apply her frame trap game. And it's going to be very key to her core offense. If you're an aggressive player, especially, you're going to want to memorize all of these. You're going to want to go into training mode and see which frame traps work best for you. And that way you'll be able to maintain pressure in pretty much any situation. So that about wraps this one up. This is Zero Effect from 8winrun.com, and I'll see you later for part 4.